Welcome to a breakfast mukbang. Look at this amazing food. We're in our bedroom in our suite at Clarion Sign. This bed was actually very comfortable.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah, I slept like a little princess. And we ordered breakfast on the bed. This is the first time I think that I even... Oh my god, this is the first time I eat breakfast on the bed.
Ever?
Yes. What about
I mean,
you?
I get it every now and then from my boyfriend, but I got it at home when I lived at home.
I need a boyfriend.
But I am not a huge fan. I don't really like eating in bed. Like I feel like my bed is kind of like gross and sweaty, and I don't want food in my bed. And like, ugh.
Really?
No, I don't like it. And like breadcrumbs in bed. And no, I would rather maybe have coffee in bed and then get up and have breakfast. But now we're not actually eating in bed, so I'm good. And I'm not gonna sleep here anymore. So.
I'm so happy about this. We have recorded 2 vlogs from our staycation here, and you will find one of them on Katrin's channel and one of them on my channel. Have you recorded a lot of mukbangs?
No, I think I've made a total of 1, maybe?
Really?
I have a big problem with like chewing sounds and stuff. And a real mukbang should be noisy and nasty, and I usually just cut away all the eating, which technically removes the mukbang aspect of it. So it's not really for me, but the Swedenized concept, as we all know by now, I prefer Swedenized versions of everything, and
yeah, she does.
And that goes for mukbangs as well. Just like eating and talking, mainly talking, that's good with me.
Yeah, I think that to me, when mukbang came to the market, I was working in the radio station, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, are people serious with this? But it's actually kind of nice.
I don't love watching real mukbangs, and I can only watch mukbangs by people who don't sound disgusting when they eat, but those who don't sound disgusting when they eat, or actually edit away the disgusting parts, I enjoy watching it.
How does a typical favorite breakfast look like? We have bread, we have salad, we have everything, egg, cottage cheese. Is this a good breakfast?
This is very nice. I mean, I have a few favorites. When I go to hotels, I usually take, this is really weird and really boring, but it's only at hotels that I do this because I can't be bothered buying it for my own house. Hard bread. Like Vasa knäcke, which I have learned that in the rest of the world it's called either hard bread or Vasa bread. It's interesting.
That's a good brand marketing.
Yeah, very. I take hard bread, I take cottage cheese and tomato slices and salt on top. That's like all I eat at hotel breakfasts almost.
Yesterday on Katrin's channel we recorded a video, and we spend from 4 p.m. until midnight just talking because we have never met. This is the first time we meet, so we are friends. We became friends digitally because she posted something on her Instagram that she was watching my YouTube channel, and I'm like, wow, that's so cool. We started to talk, and I said, please, let's do like a collab, and now we're here. And for the people who don't know you,
yes,
you started off your channel in English.
Yes.
Why? Like, because you only do, you are Swedish, but you started off in English. And
well, I mean, I'm Swedish in the sense that I'm a citizen and I'm born and raised here. But my father is American and my mother is Finnish. Yeah. So I have always spoken English as a first language, and the internet has always been in English for me. I had a Tumblr that was quite successful, that had a lot of followers, and I started making videos to post on my Tumblr page. And since my Tumblr page was in English, it didn't make sense to make videos in Swedish. And I have never really related that much to my Swedish side. Swedish,
which basically is growing up here.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, obviously Swedenized person right here. I'm a big, I mean, I've grown up in the culture. I enjoy most things Swedish, but I'm not. The language is not my favorite, so to speak. It's just, I feel most things are slightly cringy in Swedish, and I prefer expressing myself in English. That's just how I've always been.
Especially if you want to talk dirty, talk in the bed.
Ugh.
In Swedish?
No, I mean, I think in general.
Älskling, du känns så skön. Ew! That's just like gross. But something that we talked about yesterday, we were talking about that you don't like to travel. And it's very funny because one of the things that you like with my channel is that I'm very adventurous and
brave.
Yeah, and I talk to everything, and while you don't feel like you sometimes enjoy a trip, and I wanted to talk more about this. And have you always felt like this when you travel? I mean, first of all, let's start with, what do you feel when you travel?
I'm a home person. I only feel safe in my home. I only feel like I can relax when I'm in my home. So all the times I'm not in my home, my energy is slowly but surely leaking out of my body. And I can only recharge at home. Some people travel to recharge. For me, it's the opposite. So I enjoy seeing new places.
Yeah.
But somehow I would rather experience it and just see it. Like, I could watch Netflix and see a new place, and that would be enough. Not enough for me, of course. It's a different thing when you experience it, but I don't enjoy like all the people and eat all the weird food and all those aspects that people love. If you could empty a country on people, get rid of all the people, and I could walk around there by myself and see things, that would be optimal for me.
This is also based on that you think it's tough to be in social environments, and especially with people that don't talk the same language.
Yeah.
Did you have any bad experience with this? Like, what is it, the feeling that you're not able to talk with them? But I also know that you find it sometimes a bit tough to even like be social.
Yeah, I mean, I don't talk to people in English-speaking countries either. So it's not necessarily the language barrier that's stopping me from talking to people, because I, in general, don't talk to people. But the language barrier makes me feel even less safe and more like... I don't know, I guess I have some kind of... like, I'm full of myself in my head, thinking that everybody is talking about me, everybody's staring at me, and everything is about me.
We were talking about this, that especially in countries where you look like you come from the Nordics, you find it a bit like,
exotic.
yeah, you find it a bit like you are the attention of the room, but you don't want the attention. Like, people stare at you because maybe you're blonde, or maybe you have
my tattoos, obviously.
Yeah, because tattoos is not always something that is acceptable.
No, especially on women. Men usually get away with it, but women, no more.
Because my tattoos are so small, but I never reflected, because you see, for example, this one.
And
like,
I mean, my arms are...
Yeah, like it's something I never thought about, that it's more okay for men to have tattoos, which is like fucked up. Like, it makes no sense. But okay, so did you ever travel somewhere where you felt like, wow, this was a great trip?
Most trips to the US are like that. Because that's where I feel at home in my heart. Now,
where in the US?
I've been to Chicago, I've been to Los Angeles, San Francisco, Boston.
Wow.
And like Ohio at some point. But like Los Angeles, that was my dream to go there. And we went there, and it was just as amazing as I thought it would be. I didn't like party or do all those things because I went with my family, and I'm not really a party person, but I got to see all the like Motley Crue sites, and I got to do everything I wanted to do, and that was just my dream vacation. And Chicago is where my father is from, so I have spent a summer there with my relatives. And
how is Chicago?
It's a very beautiful city, and it's called the Windy City.
Yeah.
So I guess it's windy, but it was beautiful. I was there in summer. It was amazing, and for once I like the people there. Like I like Americans in general. I feel an attraction to the culture in some way. I just really enjoy those trips. And of course, I've been to London like 500 times. So there I feel I can find my way around.
Do you like London? That's like one of the places I don't like. When I go there, it stresses me out completely. I walk through the street and I'm like, I'm getting an anxiety attack. Like
Why?
I cannot, because it's too much. Like it's gray. It's too many people and it's stressful. Like to go in the metro there freaks me out. Do you guys relate to what Katrin says about this? Do you also feel that, for example, a reason that you don't travel is that you don't want to take contact with new people?
I mean, I feel like either people, they are me or they are you. Or maybe, I guess they can be kind of in between, but we are the furthest out on the spectrum.
If you have any reasons to not travel, can you please let me know, because it could be interesting to do a video about this. Because I have 0 travel boundaries. Oh, I was spitting on myself. There are no reasons for me to not go anywhere.
I don't ever want to spend my money on traveling somewhere just to experience it. I'm not an experience spender, because I feel like when it's over, it's over. I have the experience left, I have the memories, but that's not worth anything to me.
Really?
I'd rather spend my money on a house or clothing even. I mean, I don't enjoy the experiences that much that I want to spend my hard-earned money on those things. I don't get that much out of it.
Wow, we're so different when it comes to that.
So that's why I only travel with work, because then I make money from traveling. So
exactly. That's very interesting. Wow. So please let me know down here what stops you from traveling. And I think that this is also something I find very important, and what I want to tell you on my channel is that whatever makes you feel good, you should do that. Like, never force yourself to do anything that you don't feel good of. But then sometimes it feels like some things can actually, like people are not really honest to themselves.
yeah, that you go outside of your comfort zone. That's where life begins.
Yeah, because if it's, for example, only fear, for example, that stops you from traveling, that's something that, I mean, it doesn't have to be like that. But if it's something like you have traveled and you just feel like you don't get anything out of it, like then just don't do it.
Yeah.
But
like that's a good exercise for me watching your channel.
Yeah.
That I need to really be sure to not feel like I need to do what you do.
Exactly.
Like, oh, you go to Lake Costa Rica, you surf and you learn Spanish, and I'm like, oh, I need to do that. And I'm like, wait a second, I don't want to learn Spanish, I don't want to go to Costa Rica, and I don't really want to surf. Why would I do that?
Exactly.
Like, it doesn't make sense. So I really just, I remind myself what I enjoy, and I can then, in a better way, enjoy your content, knowing that you are doing what you want to do, and I don't have to do the same thing.
I always say, like, sometimes in life it's more important to know what you don't want. Because people ask me, like, I don't know what I want, but what is it that you don't feel good of? Just don't do that and stick to like the things that make you feel better. I think that should end our little mukbang. That's a really good thing, to not compare yourself too much to what other people think and do, but instead try to stick to the ground that you have to build from here, like what do I feel like doing, and stick to that.
And it takes time to get to know yourself.
Yeah.
You don't just wake up one day and know exactly what you enjoy and what you don't.
Yeah, and especially if you never try, how are you supposed to know? It's like, do you know Pippi Longstocking? She got a trumpet from her friends, and the friends realized when they gave her the trumpet, they're like, but Pippi, do you even know how to play the trumpet? And she's like, I never tried. So if you never try, that's why I say to learn new things is the best I know, because then you also realize what you like and what you don't like, because you try new things.
You can't sit at home and not add experiences to your life and still figure out what you like and don't like.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like saying, I don't like fish. Have you had fish? No.
Exactly. Okay, see you guys.
Bye.
I'm gonna rest and eat more. Bye bye. Bye. Oh.